before I could say anything, the little girl looks up at me and goes, "Are you gonna be telling silly stories?" Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, yes, but about my dick. You know, and you don't need to grow up that fast, honey, so let's maybe stay home, watch some more Dora. Like, this entertainment is not for you quite yet. Give it a year. That's new. That's gonna go on the CD. All right, good. I don't understand it. Like, you can curse on TV in Canada. You're allowed to do it there. Because it's not like they do it at the wrong time, you know? It's not like it's on the news. Like, how's the weather? Fucking cold! Back to you, you know? They'd be right, because it's Canada. I was in Winnipeg in January for 2 weeks, because my agent, you know, is a dick. And it was 60 degrees below zero. Yeah. I know, right? That means if it warmed up by 92 degrees, it'd be freezing. That's a real place that people live on purpose. Like, I don't understand that. We've never had that happen here. That hasn't happened in the continental U.S., not even once. For them, just a Tuesday. They didn't even bat an eye, because it was frozen open the whole time. But, like, it was 57 below is our record. That's our record. 60. It was 60 there. They didn't care. Our entire record, I looked it up, is 57 below. Yeah, and that was in North Dakota, so nobody knew that it happened. Like, who was there? It's like a thermometer in a field and the cow next to it going, "Ah!" Like, that's all it was. Because cows start talking when it gets that cold. And you go in the house because it's creepy to see a cow talk. 60 below, man. That is religious weather. Because you walk outside, you say, "Oh my God!" and then you die and you meet him. Unless you're an atheist. Then you're just cold. But even in that weather, it was still, people were still shivering, smoking a cigarette. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's fantastic that the cigarette wasn't even the health risk in that equation. That they'd be healthier to stay inside and snort cocaine. That would have been a healthier idea. Because that's an indoor drug. You don't take cocaine outdoors, it'll blow everywhere.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as
heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes,
and you're 19 years of age or older,
52,
36,
42,
you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated.
with Prevnar 20.
And Doug.
Hey, Spotify listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it!
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Shopping for women is the toughest experience a man will ever have because we do not understand your stuff, okay? We don't understand your clothes because, first of all, women don't buy clothes. Too easy to buy clothes. No, women have to buy outfits. For every occasion, a woman has an outfit, okay? And there's some kind of secret competition going on that if two women show up at the same time, in the same place, in the same outfit, there's gonna be trouble. See, that doesn't apply to men. If we show up dressed the same, we figure we got it right. So we try to buy you clothes, ladies, but you have this size thing going on, all right? And the size is just a number. We don't understand the number. We don't know how the number works. Men's clothes, simple. Measure your waist, that's your size. With women, you get some arbitrary number. The only thing we know about the number is we better not get the number too big. You're gonna be hell to pay if that number is too big. And there's no logic to the number. You could have a woman who's 5'5" and wears a size 10 stand right next to a woman who's 5'10" and wears a size 5. And you expect us to figure that out? No, we don't know. That's why every woman's store in the world has the chair. Oh, that's right. We all know about the chair, don't we, fellas? Huh, you guys sitting over here looking hard, you know about the chair. Every man has done time in the chair. And the sad thing is, we're grown men, we're afraid to move. Right? Once you sit down, you can't get out of the chair. Because there's always some guy that comes along like, hey man, you know the game's on in the TV section. Yeah, I know, but I can't leave the chair. No, she sat me down. She went in that little room over there, okay? I don't know what they do in there, but when she comes out, my ass better be in this chair. Last time I got out the chair, it cost me $500. I ain't leaving the chair. And there's only one thing worse than sitting in the chair, and that's holding the purse. Oh, ladies, we hate holding the purse, all right? You have no idea how much we can't stand holding the purse. And it's not that we don't want to be helpful, it's just that there is no cool way to hold the purse. Right? You always got to hold the purse way out here like, look, this is not my purse. No, this don't match nothing I have on. I'm just sitting here doing as I'm told, trying to earn enough points to get an electric screwdriver. Now listen, gentlemen, I'm gonna give you a tip that I promise you will use, because I have figured out how to beat holding the purse. That's right, some of you might want to get a pen. You'll be in the store, sitting in the chair, because I ain't figured that out yet. And she'll load up with stuff and her friends will load up because they shop in packs. Okay, and the moment, I mean the second she hands you that purse, just open it up, start looking through it. You will never touch the purse again. Now, you might lose a hand or some shit like that, but the purse will be off limits. Listen, I'm Alonzo, I gotta go. Thanks a lot for coming. Thank you for laughing. Thank you very much.
It's wild. My wife was in surgery for 10 hours, and before the surgery, the surgeon told me, he goes, halfway through, I'll probably stop and get lunch. I don't need to know that. Why even tell me that? Was he afraid I was gonna run into him in the cafeteria? What are you doing here? I get these cravings. Those Snickers commercials are true. But he was a great brain surgeon. We learn later on that he's like the best. I don't know how they determine the best brain surgeon. You know, maybe there's a competition. America's Got Tumors. Heidi Klum thought he was the best. The best brain surgeon. Isn't it enough that someone's a brain surgeon? None of us could even get in med school. A brain surgeon goes to medical school, afterwards specializes in neurology, after that specializes in surgery of the brain, and we're like, yeah, but are they any good? Yeah, they're a brain surgeon. You know what they do with the bad brain surgeons? They don't let them become brain surgeons. Can you imagine the pressure on a brain surgeon? At no point during their workday can they say, hey, it ain't brain surgery. Because it's always brain surgery. Every day. What you do at work, honey? Brain surgery! that's fun. You want some fruit? Never! My wife she had an amazing team of doctors. She had the brain surgeon. She also had an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Ear, nose, and throat, that kind of sounds like they didn't make the cut for brain surgeon. I want to be a brain surgeon. You know what? Let's stick with the ears, nose, and throat. You'd be better with the things surrounding the brain. Can I have the eyes? You know what? Let's stick with the ears, nose, and throat. We promised the eyes to the nerd at Lens Crafters. Why pick on optometrists? Those ear, nose, and throat doctors, they must look at dentists and think, just teeth? That's it? What about the tongue? Not the tongue, just the teeth. You just work on teeth, surgery on teeth? Oh, I don't do the surgery, that's the orthodontist. I mostly scrape stuff off of teeth while I listen to 80s music. I love Debbie Gibson. When you think about it, dentists, they don't do the surgery. They don't even clean the teeth. They're like, you guys do everything, and then I'll come in and jab them with a sharp object. While I listen to Debbie. I did figure out what type of doctor I would want to be, which is an anesthesiologist. Because just once, I'd like to walk in a room and go, hi, I'm Dr. Gaffigan. I'm going to give you some drugs so you can't talk or move. And one of these strangers is going to cut you open. Good luck. What draws someone to anesthesiology? It's like, I like medicine, but I really enjoy getting people high. If I can combine the two. I also prefer to sit during surgery. You ever see the anesthesiologist during surgery? They're always sitting there like, I don't even know why I have to be here.
when we get there. Pardon me, I have another question. Yes, sir. I understand it's gonna rain today. What happens if it rains? Oh, you're gonna get wet. Excuse me. Yeah. Are we gonna stop somewhere to get something to eat or get some film? Hey, sit down, Maho. Are you talking to me? Hey, Mary. I'm talking to your brother. Sit down. And for the rest of the bus is wondering what Mahu is. It means he really likes coconuts. Yeah. Yeah, a good time. First things first. The best luau to go on, and they don't pay me to tell you this. I've been coming to the island for 10 years. My favorite place to visit is Jermaine's Luau. If you ever get a chance, they don't pay me to tell you that. And for the record, there is such a person as Cousin Reno, and that's my man here in the front row. Stand up, brother. The man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids than ride in an ambulance.
I'd rather have a catch with my dog Curtis than catch pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like heart disease, asthma, or diabetes, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20 pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Learn more at Prevnar20.com. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, Spotify listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it!
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell you a story tonight, and it's a crazy story. You know, it's just one of those very rare moments in your life where in retrospect you're like, what the hell? And at the time you're like, I guess I'll continue living, I don't know. It's like if you went to the dentist and he asked you to take your pants off, and you're just like, I don't know, you know, I'm gonna make a note of this. This seems strange. I was always discouraged from telling personal stories growing up. I always heard the phrase, don't tell anyone. But not about creepy things. I don't want to lead you down the wrong path. My dad wasn't the dentist or whatever. It would be sort of about insignificant things, like I wouldn't make the soccer team. My father would be like, don't tell anyone. I was like, they're gonna know. When they show up to the games and I'm not on the team and I'm crying. One time I confronted my dad about this, which is tough with my dad because he's a very serious guy. He's a doctor, he's a neurologist actually. And he always sits in this one armchair in our house and reads these thick books. My dad goes through war novels like I go through boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Quickly and aggressively, passionately, and he's just the kind of guy who knows stuff. which is intimidating for someone like me who knows nothing. Because my fear when speaking with someone who knows stuff is that it'll reveal and accentuate that I know nothing. And obviously, I don't know nothing. You know, no one knows nothing. It's just the levels of things we know are very different. You know, my dad knows about the hemispheres of the brain. And I know that if I spill Diet Coke on my laptop, it probably won't start again, you know? And that's why my dad was so disappointed that I became a comedian. You know, he worked his whole life to send me to college so I would learn stuff. And I didn't. And I got a job making fun of him in front of strangers. So that whole plan kind of backfired. But one time I built up the courage to ask him, I say, hey, how come you play everything so close to the vest? And my father says, the more people know about you, the more they can use it against you. Which really sent shivers down my spine. It has that kind of open-ended fear to it. You know that feeling you have when you're driving and you see a cop and you're not speeding, you don't have drugs, but you're just like, I hope he doesn't notice I'm driving. 10 and 2, sitting upright, you know. Well, as guarded as my father is, my mother is open. I mean, she'll say anything to anyone in any context. I was visiting them recently, and I met her at the bank, and she'd been talking to the bank teller for 15 minutes about really personal stuff, and I walked in right at the end, and all I heard her say was, and here he is now! And I was like, oh, no. This is a disaster. She's a talker, and I love talking to my mom. You know, we'll talk on the phone for 15 minutes or 2 hours, but at the end of it, no matter what, she'll always say one more thing. But it's rarely anything that deserves to be one more thing. It's always like, one more thing. Ellen from my swim class bought a rice cooker. I don't know if that deserves to be one more thing, Mom. In long division, that's called a remainder. You save up 17 of those, we'll give you a conversation. She's a talker, and I'm a talker, and that's why we always drove my dad crazy. Whenever we would tell personal stories growing up, my father would say, hush. I'll give you an example. I was a terrible reader as a kid. We used to do these things in grade school in Massachusetts called SRAs. You guys have that? Student reading assignments? Yeah, and what they would do is they would post how many everyone had done on the wall, which is a really good way to squash a child's self-esteem. I remember there was this girl in my class named Jamie Burson, and she finished 147 of these things before I finished 2. And I distinctly remember thinking, I think I might be retarded. And then I looked at the wall, and I was like, oh yeah, I am. And in retrospect, it seems so obvious that I just had some kind of ADD. I remember reading these books as a kid. You know, there were 4 rabbits, Mopsy, Flopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. And I was thinking, if you're gonna name your rabbit Mopsy, you're really gonna name the second one Flopsy? I mean, you want everyone to hate you? And Peter's the only one who made it out okay in the naming process. He's like an investment banker now. He's like, I do not know those other rabbits. And they're like, aren't you Peter Rabbit? He's like, no, I'm Peter Lippens. And he's tucking his ears into a baseball cap. And anyway, while I was thinking about all that, the other kids read the book. So I had some kind of issue. And I remember one night I said to my dad at the dinner table, I said, I think I might be retarded. And my father said, hush. Which is one way to address a problem. That's what he always said whenever we told uncomfortable stories, and so I developed this habit of telling uncomfortable stories. So here goes.
Hey, Spotify listener. Welcome to Limu's Karaoke Lounge, where Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need, and the music never stops. Hit it!
There's an emu with a full-time job. His partner's Doug, but Limu's the heartthrob. Grubs and worms, that's what Limu eats. Gotta fuel up to save you money and hit the streets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
While every other pizza company out there is trying new things on top of their pizza, Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head by doing something completely new on the bottom. Introducing the new crispy parm pizza with a layer of buttery toasted Parmesan cheese baked on the underside of our signature thin crust. That's because we know the first thing your tongue touches when you take a bite is the bottom. So try the new crispy parm pizza from Papa John's. It's flippin' awesome.
Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
I'm not looking for the one, because I'm looking for one of the ones, because I don't think there is a one. There's a lot of people for there just to be one. One? I got one? There's 6 billion people. What if my one lives in Bangladesh and doesn't have the internet? I gotta sleep alone because my one has no 4G? That's not fair. You gotta find one of the ones. That's a lot less pressure. There's a lot of ones. You find one of them. That way you're here tonight, you got a woman. Oh, you're one of them. She starts acting up and you're like, there's other ones. That's good, that's good. You're not the only one. Or the last one. The problem is the system's flawed. You pick the one that you spend the rest of your life with in the middle of your life. Before you've seen the full selection. You haven't perused the rack enough to pick your favorite. That'd be like going to a restaurant, you order food and they set down the food and also a menu of a bunch of better things they didn't tell you they had. Like, oh, no. That is, oh no. You'd be like, I gotta eat this forever now? And they're like, just for the first few years. That was an interesting reaction. It's like, oh, we get it. No, we didn't get it. We thought we did. You tricked us. Sex is important. I like sex. Everybody does. And you get in fights about it, sex, when you're in a relationship. I was with a girl one time, we had sex once for a month. And I told her, I go, can you believe we had sex one time all month? One time all month? Not a lot. She goes, I didn't know you were gonna keep track. Oops. It was one. I don't know. Did you think I did that on purpose? I kept track of none, and then I added that time that we did it. What'd you get? What'd you get? Was there a dot in your number? Did you get pi? Did you prorate it because it was February?
I saw this documentary recently on whales. This guy has dedicated his life to telling you what the whales are saying. Wow. I don't know how you'd argue with him when he turns in his report. And he just throws it down there. Well, here's what the whales are saying. Okay, thanks, Charlie. Just looking back. Here's what the whales are saying. Yeah, Charlie figured it out. They show how he does it. He's out on a ship, he's got a pencil, and he deciphers the whale noises as he hears them. You know, he'll hear like, you know, he's like going, oh, okay. Oh, he's lonely. No, you're lonely. I'd like to do that for like 2 weeks and then turn around and find out that the door's squeaking behind you.
So I'm driving down the highway. There's a guy hitchhiking. He's holding a sign that says heaven. So I hit him. Probably went there. He looked like a nice guy. I got a new dog. He's a paranoid retriever. He brings back everything because he's not sure what I threw him. Sometimes I like to go into a waiting room and just sit there and wait. The nurse comes out, do you have an appointment? No, just waiting. What are you waiting for? Nothing, just avoiding the moments. Would you like to see the doctor? I don't know. What kind of a doctor is he? He's a foot doctor. I'd like to see a man that tall. A few minutes later, a 12-inch guy walks out into the waiting room. He says, take off your shoes and socks. I take them off. He looks at me and says, there's nothing wrong with you. I said, take off your shoes and socks. He said, what do you think? I said, I don't know. I've seen bigger feet on a bird. Then he started dancing really fast and whistling really loud. And then I left. What the hell did you think was going to happen? You people are crazy. When I was in 3rd grade, I had a 70-year-old teacher, and she could barely hear anything, so she would turn the thermostat down to 16 degrees, so in case anyone talked, she could see your breath coming out of your mouth. That was the same year I had a globe that lit up, and I used to use it as a nightlight, put it on the floor in my bedroom, which was pretty cool, except some nights I'd wake up in the middle of the night all freaked out, thinking I was floating in outer space. Then in 1969, a teacher showed us pictures of the Earth taken from the Apollo, and she said, does anyone know what this is? And I said, yes, that's the floor in my bedroom. When I was 7, my parents had a party. I went around to all the guests with a glass of water, and I said, here, drink this. This is a magic glass of water. If you drink this, you all get a little bit taller. And they all drank some, and they thought, oh, isn't this a weird kid? When they all drank some and went back to what they were doing, I went to the room where they keep all the coats, and I hemmed all the sleeves 2 inches. They were all freaking out when they left. I'm a tired man.
I tried that Atkins diet, and they lied to you on the Atkins. They say, oh, after a week, you won't have any carb cravings. No! After a week, I was hallucinating. Every time the doorbell rang, I thought it was Pizza Hut come to save me. That must be them. I had some carb cravings. When you drive by a bakery and you jump out of a moving vehicle, that's a craving. I had horrible nightmares on that low-carb diet. I dreamt Dr. Phil was outside my house. John, come out here and exercise. You can't be big if your lifestyle won't allow it. Get off my lawn! John, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. I'm calling the cops. In some of the low-carb products, I understand I eat way too many carbs, way too many bad carbs. I eat a lot of breads, a lot of pastas, and I'm toning that down. But this low-carb, have you tried the low-carb products, the low-carb bread? I was all excited, because I love bread, and they have low-carb bread. Oh, good. But I took it out of the package, and I tasted it. And it's not like it went bad, it never went good. They have, I can't believe it's not butter. They should call it This Ain't Bread. Because it looks like bread, but it has no other properties of bread. I tried to butter it. You can't butter it. Butter won't go on it. The butter slides off it like, where are you putting me? And the jam just kind of beads up and falls off. Did they Scotch guard this at the factory? That's okay. It's all right. I'll toast it. It'll be better. I'll put it in a sandwich. I'll toast it. It doesn't toast. You can't toast it. I'm out in the garage with a blowtorch. It's absorbing the heat like a space shuttle tile. How does this break down in your system if you can't toast it? They're gonna dig me up in 5,000 years and go, he was on the low carb. See that disc there? We've seen a lot of these.
42, and I have I'm dating. I'm on eHarming Me as well as Attach.glom, and okay, stupid, and things are going great. But I have, I've had lots of wonderful relationships, and then I heard this comic say, yeah, if a woman's over 40 and she's never been married, there's something wrong with her. Oh no! Sometimes I worry about dying alone, but, I'm fun. And sooner or later, they're gonna wheel your wheelchair into a wall and forget about you for 5 hours. Miss Bamford, we'd wonder where you'd gone.
Oh, I was just working on this puzzle in the air. I finished the old mill, now I'm finding pieces of sky.
You gonna see Mr. Peterson later on today?
Oh, we're just keeping it casual. You're doing a great job.
Oh, who's that?
Your self-esteem.
I used to be very afraid of relationships. I'm not sure why. Somebody had asked me out. I say, just take my purse, don't hurt me.
No, I just want to get to know you.
I have nothing of value.
You just seem like an interesting person. Who sent you?
While every other pizza company out there is trying new things on top of their pizza, Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head by doing something completely new on the bottom. Introducing the new crispy parm pizza with a layer of buttery toasted Parmesan cheese baked on the underside of our signature thin crust. That's because we know the first thing your tongue touches when you take a bite is the bottom. So try the new crispy parm pizza from Papa John's. It's flippin' awesome.
SpringFest savings is here at Lowe's. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season, like 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil when you buy 3. Plus, save on other items like select laundry pairs. Get an additional $100 off select laundry pairs when you spend $1,296 or more. Head to your local Lowe's or visit Lowe's.com to shop SpringFest savings today. Valid through 4/12. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
At Carvana, we're in the business of driving you happy. And it's safe to say, getting paid on the spot can make people pretty happy. Yep, Carvana will give you a real offer on your car in minutes. Then, Carvana will pick it up and pay you on the spot. Carvana has purchased over 1 million cars from happy customers. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get a real offer on your vehicle in minutes. Carvana will drive you happy.
You know what could help a person fight better, I think, if they had like background music when they fight? Carry those little tiny Casio keyboards with you. Jam out your own little tune. You ever seen those, like a piece of crap, like $9? You're right, we're gonna party. It sounds like the real thing, all right? Woo! And if you can't play, it has that little helper beat that gets you going. It'll help you out. Dude, dude, let's start a band, all right. That little fill-in beat, that little sound right there, it's like a little drum. Sometimes we'll roll. When you be jamming out on any beat, just hit that button, and it'll kick in for you. It's like, ow. 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 Gotta pull that one off. Here. Thank you. Stick it under your jacket. You find anybody. Probably, you know, like Asian people, they got that downtown Tokyo kind of 70s music. You know, hey, you got problem? You got problem? Oh, let's go. Despite Latino people, you know, got a little different, little salsa kind of cruising music when they fight. Hey, what's up, man? You got a problem? Yeah, Richard's here now, puto. Let's go. Right now, let's go. I'm just a love machine. And of course, black people as well. Damn, got quiet in here really quick, didn't it? Yeah, man, excuse me, man. Do you have a problem? Yes, do you have a problem with me? What's up? What's up? No, man, I'm pretty... What's up, man? Let's go. Jam right there, come on. Oh, jam. Here, hold this, come on. And of course, white folks. Can't forget the white folks. We'll do wimpy white guy like they all do. Stereotypical one. Hey, man, you got a problem? No, man. Sick and tired of guy. Come on, right here, come on. Right there, right there. Come on. Here's a story. Manny Brady. He's living off free. Together and they're all alone.
This is a song I wrote when I was 3. Oh, I think the kitten's trying to kill me. I better kill him first. Good thing Mommy's sleeping. Where are the big scissors? Here, kitty, here, kitty, here, kitty. We're gonna play a different, funny kind of game. Nothing's ever gonna be the same.
I got a preoccupation with death. I got issues with death. I try and laugh about it. I went to a funeral recently and they handed out Kleenex at the beginning of the funeral, which I thought was a little cocky. You know, like, wait till you get a load of this funeral. You're gonna cry and cry. She's so dead. And I bought a sympathy card for the funeral. I find a sympathy card is kind of an underwhelming gesture in a way. It's like saying, I know you're going through the deepest loneliness of your entire life, so here's a picture of a daffodil. I hope that works out for you. That's why I want to make my own line of sympathy cards. Like on the cover, I'd put a picture of a duck-billed platypus playing checkers with a rhinoceros, and in the background there's like a hot dog with arms, like holding up a lemonade stand at gunpoint, and you open it up and it's like the world is messed up, man.
I actually saw a dog licking his own genitals, and I was like, wow, if I could do that, that'd be gross. Me licking a dog's genitals? Ew. Ew, ew, ew. But there are people who think that that's next. Bestiality after gay marriage, which I don't think they've thought it through entirely like I have. Because imagine a gay man who's finally won the right to be with a gay man. He's like, what's next? Female chimp? I don't think so. Maybe male chimp. Maybe gay bestiality follows gay marriage, but that means straight bestiality follows straight marriage. It's marriage that leads to bestiality. So if you want to get rid of bestiality, you have to get rid of marriage, which also gets rid of divorce, premarital sex, adultery. You kill 4 birds with 1 stone, which is way better than killing thousands of birds by throwing rice at weddings, see? Plus, you can take all those birds you're not killing, you can have sex with them and not marry them. No illegitimate children, no teen pregnancy, and even if there was miraculously an offspring of a human and a bird, what's it gonna be? Probably an angel. Why would you fight that, religious people, is all I'm saying. Sure, don't have sex with a goat, that'll produce the devil. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna bang a goat, pull out, please. Or just oral with goats. But once you go bird, word. That's all.
My family's pretty great. We got a great I won't watch my nephews. That's one thing I won't do. My sister asked me to babysit them. I love them, but I don't know what about you having a baby makes me qualified to care for a baby. You know what I mean? I didn't take a class or read a pamphlet. You gotta train for 2 weeks to be a busboy at a Golden Corral. You just handing me your baby? You're a bad mom already. The only thing I know about them is don't shake them or feed them chocolate. And I think that second one's for dogs. I mean, probably is. I know you're not supposed to throw a baby into a ceiling. They don't tell you that. You find out because you accidentally threw a baby into a ceiling one time. That's what happened to me. I wasn't on purpose. I wasn't like, but I can hit that. And what happened was I was throwing him up in the air and I was catching him. You know, you throw babies up in the air and you catch them because they love it. And I just say babies because that's the only people I've witnessed enjoying it. I'm 27, $1.80. I'd probably like it myself. If we got some good air, heck yeah. So I'm throwing this baby up in the air and catching him, and he's loving it. It's the best day of his life. He's being thrown up in the air and caught. He's having a time of his life. And I walk from the kitchen to the hallway. I went from a 14-foot ceiling to a 7-foot ceiling. Yeah. But I threw him at a 14-foot rate of speed. So as soon as I let him go, I knew I had done something wrong. You know what I mean? It was like, what, you're back before your scheduled arrival? How did that happen? And if you've never heard what it sounds like when a baby hits a ceiling, you're a better person than I am. It's a dull noise. I can't get it out of my head. We probably hit a floor joist or a stud or something. I don't know what happened. I don't know what long-term effects. He's probably 2 inches shorter, can't see red or taste pepperoni. Just something, no, what's this colorless disc? He started crying and I was upset. I was upset because I hurt him and I like him as a person. And I was like, listen, baby, that's on me. I'm sorry. And then I put him down and I walked away before any adult saw what happened. I'm like, I'm not going down for this, baby. I mean, we can't take it back. It's happened. And it's up to you to live with it. Grow from this. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have said what happened if he had actually stuck in the ceiling, just dangling there with his baby head jammed in between sheetrock and insulation. I'd have been like, he can jump. He can jump. He's like a baby Jordan. Not Harold Miner, but like a baby version of a Michael Jordan. We need heavier baby shoes is what we need.
Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
At Kroger, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we're dedicated to doing up to a 27-point inspection on our fruits and veggies, checking for things like scarring. In fact, only the best produce like zesty oranges and crisp carrots reach our shelves, because when it comes to fresh, our higher standards mean fresher produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big on your favorites with the Buy 5 or More, Save $1 each sale. Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Springfest savings is here at Lowe's. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season, like 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil when you buy 3. Plus, save on other items like select laundry pairs. Get an additional $100 off select laundry pairs when you spend $1,296 or more. Head to your local Lowe's or visit Lowe's.com to shop Springfest savings today. Valid before 12. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
Round of applause. Anyone go to Catholic school as a kid? A few people? Oh, there's some people, yeah. You can always tell the people who went to Catholic school as kids because they're atheists. Because they really beat it out of you. You know, you go in with a good attitude and then you're just like, oh man, I wanted to believe. And it's not just the molestations. Don't get me wrong. If it were just one vice, I think we could give them a pass. For me, it was these fundraisers they'd have us do every year. They would, and I'm not exaggerating, they would hand us a cardboard suitcase full of trinkets to sell door to door to strangers. And if we sold enough of them, they would give us a pair of aviator sunglasses. Because that is what third graders need. Sexy eyewear. So the Catholic Church is like my knickknacks pimp, you know, like I would just like carry this suitcase that was like the size of my body up to a stranger's house, and I would be like, hello, I'm from St. Mary's School. Perhaps you would like to buy a Daffy Duck pencil sharpener or a polar bear pot holder. And then people would be like, we're eating dinner right now. And I would be like, it'll just be a minute. And I would just walk into their home. I didn't know any better. You know, I'd just open up shop and be like, perhaps you'd like a desk set organizer or popcorn for a year. And they'd be like, please leave our home. And then I just start stuffing this stuff back in, but it never fit in the way it had originally been placed in. And I'm kind of like scissor holding the whole thing together and sidestepping out, like, I'm so sorry. I'll be out of your way in just 1 minute. And that is why I am angry at the Catholic Church. Because I didn't get my sunglasses. And I am gonna go back to the Vatican this year, and I am gonna ask for my damn sunglasses, and they are gonna be confused. I went to a Catholic college as well. They wouldn't sell condoms on campus, which was to teach us a lesson to save up for the abortion, because that can be a pricey fix. I mean, come on. Hey, I'm a jokester. Hey, no, obviously I'm kidding about that, but it just seems crazy. You put a bunch of 19-year-olds in a dorm together, they're not gonna be like, well, I guess since we don't have condoms, we'll just play Pictionary. Does anybody have any pogs? I like those pogs. No, they're gonna have sex with each other, because that's what college is for. It's where dorks go to have sex with other dorks. It's like a dork mating service. That's where your children are right now.
I tried the Subway diet because I'm on the road 35, 40 weeks a year, and there's a Subway everywhere. And Subway's pretty good, but that Jared guy, he went every day for a year. Huh. Were you stalking a girl behind the counter? I tried it. I went every day for a month. Every day, I went to Subway. After about 2 weeks, the alarm clock would ring, and I'd go, oh God, I wonder what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Jeez. I'd be doing this in line. You just all right. After a month, I lost weight. I also lost my will to live. I burnt out on Subway. I'd still go to Subway. If I was starving in the desert and I saw a Subway, I'd go, wow. Well, let's walk a little further and we can come back if we have to.
See, I'm from Redondo Beach. That's capital of karaoke, or karaoke, whatever it's called. What is it, Cocky? Or everyone goes there for karaoke, man. It's funny because, you know, Redondo Beach is like little India. People from India own everything in Redondo Beach, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, who owns a video store? Who owns a gas station? I want to open up a hot dog stand, Haji. Beat you to it. Beep, papa, dee, da. Mana, mana, na, 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 na. You always get the one who whistles when he talks a lot, though. You know, once in a while you go a few places. Hey, how do I get to Brea, California? Okay, what you need to do? Go down T-shirt to 91. Go into 57. Go put no that way. All the way down. Oh, look at that pretty girl. Whoop, woo. All right, keep going. You know, it's really funny. Do you ever see them sing, like, American songs, like they do karaoke? It's the funniest thing. You ever see, like, an Indian guy singing, like, Riders on the Storm? Rider on the storm. Ripapatatan. Manakonanan. No, let go me. Rapanananan. Mitanamanananan. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could beat the tree.
Just a side note, any guy that's ever roofied a girl, you're a piece of shit. That's fucked up. Roofie a girl. That is such bullshit. You roofie a girl? Are you kidding me? That's horrible. Don't roofie a girl. This is what I do. Creepy guys, listen up. Don't roofie a girl. That's illegal. This is what I do. When you're out drinking with a girl, all right, use the voice that she thinks she hears when she's being roofied. It's hysterical. She doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Like right when she takes a sip out of her drink, just look at her and go, how are you feeling? I said, how are you feeling? I don't feel good. You don't look good either. There's some guys here that are gonna try that shit tonight. I swear to God, you creepy fuckers. Don't do it at the bar across the street. You get caught. Buy a girl a drink and look at her and go, how are you feeling? And she's like, I was at that show, asshole. Sorry.
I was a kid once. My dad, when I was 12 years old, told me he wasn't ready to be a dad when I was born. He goes, I just want you to know when you came along, I wasn't ready to be a dad. You probably shouldn't say that to your kid. You should never say that to your fourth kid, which is what I am. I swear to God. He said he wasn't ready to be a dad to his fourth child. You're not allowed. We gave you 3 warm-up babies before I even stepped on. I was raised by my mom most of the time. We didn't have a lot of money. I grew up with yard sale clothes, and I lived in a small town, so I took some heat, man. You live in a big city, you wear yard sale clothes, people make fun of you. Like, oh, yard sale clothes, poor, or whatever they would say. You live in a small city, and they're like, that's Mike's shirt. Mike's like, that is my shirt. My mom's a sweetheart. She's a sweet lady, except I got this phone call. She called me one time, and as soon as I answered the phone, she goes, how long does cocaine stay in your hair? Okay. I think you're doing it wrong. You're doing it. Jesus, Scarface, what? I thought you went to church. She doesn't do it. It was a weird question. She told me I gotta go see my grandma. She goes, you have to go see your grandma. You know she's not gonna be around very much longer. Does grandma know that's how you drum up visitors? I come over, she's like, well, what brought you here? Clock's a-ticking, Nana. I just came over to pick out some stuff I like. You all right with that?
I met Jenny in St. Louis. My friend Annie and I were working for her company. They were performing for a bunch of wrestling coaches, which is really my demographic. I was very nervous about this. I was actually kind of about to go on stage, and I was like scrawling notes on my napkin. A lot of times I'll write kind of manic notes on napkins or hotel stationery, and Jenny looked at me and she goes, what are you doing? And I said, I'm writing my set list. And then she goes, I think it'll be fine. And I was like, no, it won't be fine. And she was like, I think it'll be okay. And I said, why do you think that? And she said, well, you look so nervous. I think they'll feel sorry for you. But Jenny has this really soft, sweet voice, like the kind of voice where you kind of get away with saying anything. At one point, she said, it seems like you comedians are a lot funnier on stage. Normally, I'd be offended by that, but in this instance, I was like, you were right. That is a great point. You are beautiful. You know, she really was. From the moment I met Jenny, I knew I wanted to sleep with her at least once. Stay with me. I mean that like in the most meaningful way. Like that was the most that I was capable of in my life at that point. I just come off a really long, difficult breakup with my college sweetheart, where we were gonna get married, and then we weren't. And then when we weren't, I was so heartbroken. I just kind of swore off the idea of marriage or even living with someone entirely. You know. But from the moment I met Jenny, I just wanted to be with her, and I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like, I don't have that kind of confidence. I actually think of myself as a sex maybe, which is to say that if I'm seeing a girl, she'd think I'd have sex with him, maybe, you know, and I'm not ashamed of that. There were periods in my life where I was a sex never. Or a sex with self, always. And often, surprisingly often. Yeah, I just don't give off a great first impression. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, this is the shirt I decided to wear tonight. Like, I didn't spill mustard on the real shirt, and this is the backup shirt. I mean, this is my A outfit. My B outfit was naked. I like to dress down to perpetuate the myth that I might be a fixer-upper. I've reached this point in my life, I don't really look in the mirror before I leave my apartment. I glance at it to make sure I'm not bleeding. You know what I mean? But I don't stare at the mirror. If I stare at the mirror, I get angry. Like, I feel like I'm complaining about a bad call a ref just made. I'm like, come on! You're blind if you're leaving the house like that! And the ref is God, and the competing teams are my gut and my receding hairline. And it's a close game, because my gut is large, and my hairline is fast, and I'm all riled up. I'm about to charge the field, and the guy comes by with fried dough. And I'm like, next time! Next time I go with the fried dough.
At Kroger, shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, deals, and rewards on the same high-quality items. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorites with the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
With fast funding up to $10,000 available through Net Credit, our online application process was designed to get the money you need quickly if approved. You can borrow an amount that meets your needs and repay in a way that works for your financial situation. And we report on-time payments to credit bureaus, so you can build credit history as you repay. See what Net Credit can do for you today. Check your eligibility without affecting your credit score at netcredit.com. All Net Credit loans and lines of credit are offered by a member of the Net Credit family of companies or one of our lending partners. Visit netcredit.com/partners for more information.
Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
I saw one guy in line at the supermarket. He was buying cheap toilet paper. I had a comment. It was 4 rolls for 89 cents. It can't be good, right? I said, you get better toilet paper. Don't you like yourself? I've been really broke. I always got good toilet paper. It's a line you don't cross. You say to yourself, the bills are late, but the toilet paper's good. Things will be okay. We have so many blessings that we don't count in a day. Have you tried that Charmin Ultra? Oh, you can make a suit out of that. Is that Versace? Charmin. No dry cleaning, you just flush it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. See you later, everybody. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
Ooh, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta go see a movie. I'm not gonna see that Hunchback of Notre freak. I got a night here, I got a night here, I got a lump in my back. He's a cartoon character with soil in his pants and sing about it. I soiled in my pants. I saw Pocahontas, boy, what a waste of time that was. So, I mean, the animation's good. Then she starts singing those 4-minute songs, you know. Have you ever seen a wolf cry? Oh, good Lord, I'm gonna take a dump. Musicals don't really happen in real life. That's why I don't like them too much, you know. You know, like you're really hanging out with your friends and music comes out of nowhere and your friends are dancing. Let's go! That would suck. You hanging out with your buddies. Hey, can I come to the party, man? Can I? Hey, man, Bobby, you can't come, man. You got drunk at Freddy's out this week, man. You're a street rat. Street rat, riff-raff. I don't buy that. If only they look closer, would they see a poor boy? No, siree. Hey, shut up. You shut up! Come on, Abu. Your friends, hey, Pablo, what'd you do last summer? Oh, you know, I met a girl named Sandy. What? Yeah. Come on, all right. All your friends go, oh, no. Oh, well, what? Woo-hoo! Oh, yeah! Did you know they're actually coming out with another Friday the 13th movie? Can you believe it? Hey, what are They want to be like, if you audition for it, yeah, can I get killed, please? Those kids are so easy to kill, you can strangle them with a cordless phone. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you see how they just run right into danger, these idiots? They walk right into death. They're looking for death. You know, hello, is anybody in here? Hello? Come on, you guys, this ain't funny. Billy? I want to get naked and take a shower, guys. What's going on? Someone's behind that door. I better check it out, see who it is. Could be my friends. That's the spear.
So I gotta tell you, when we first kicked off our world tour, we started in Singapore. And for me, that kind of threw me off because, just to let you guys know, they do speak English in Singapore. It's actually the #1 language spoken, and I didn't know that. And some people are like, well, why would you go to Singapore to perform if you didn't know whether or not they understood you? Because the check was fat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm a little whore. So, yeah. The only thing with Singapore is that Singapore, the rules over there are very strict. Like many years ago, an American went over there and he was graffitiing on a wall. Okay, he tagged up a wall and they got him. And they don't give out tickets in Singapore. The penalty for that was they pulled him aside, took off his shirt, and they caned him with a stick. And there's no set number like, oh, you graffiti a wall with 2 letters, that's 4 licks. No, the guy hits you until he feels you've learned a lesson. Yeah, that's hardcore. If you're caught smuggling drugs into Singapore, the penalty is death, which makes somebody like myself nervous when you travel with the people that you travel with.
Virginia Housing, we help first-time home buyers with affordable home loans, free home buyer classes, and you might even qualify for a down payment grant. That's free money that you never have to pay back. Ready to think again about buying your first home? Visit virginiahousing.com/thinkagain. Equal housing opportunity.
While every other pizza company out there is trying new things on top of their pizza, Papa John's just flipped pizza night on its head by doing something completely new on the bottom. Introducing the new crispy parm pizza with a layer of buttery toasted Parmesan cheese baked on the underside of our signature thin crust. That's because we know the first thing your tongue touches when you take a bite is the bottom. So try the new crispy parm pizza from Papa John's. It's flippin' awesome.
Who knows, man? I lived in New York City for a while before I came out here. My apartment was really small in New York. I had a goldfish and I had to keep him in a shot glass. No, it's okay, a little pebble in there for scenery, so. He liked that. He was like, yeah, this is just like the ocean. I like to watch when he tried to turn around there. Filtering system, I take a straw. It's like a jacuzzi room. Oh, yeah. I think people are unfair to their pets, you know? Like putting a pet bird in a cage. That's pretty nice, huh? Get in there, Clank, shut up. I'll be making the decisions. I was wondering what a bird's thinking standing in a cage. Hey, thank you. Hey, I've been blessed with the gift of flight. Appreciate the environment. I know how to fly. I'm standing on a stack. Hey, I've already read these newspapers. In fact, I've whited out some typos. I don't know what animals think. You know? You ever knock over an ant pile? Isn't it amazing that they all start rebuilding it that second? They're all running around. You'd think there'd be just a minute, where they'd all get upset. And you just knock it over. Oh, man! I don't believe it! Look at this! Even if most of them started working, there'd be a few hanging off to the side going, I ain't doing that again. Standing right there, just gonna knock it over again.
Mace is the best thing that happens. Come on. They got that like Sylvester hand, come on. I carry Mace everywhere I go. Mace is the best. Did you know up in Germany they got Mace that shoots out fire? It's like a little torch that comes out and burns you. Good God, that would scare you. Give me your purse. No! Right there by your huevos. Those scrambled huevos. I think women need to carry the mace. Don't waste your time on those women's self-defense courses. Those are the worst. You ever seen those? No! Hands off! Get away! Scratch. No! And the instructors are really cocky, aren't they? Listen, Jan. Listen, one of these days, you're gonna be walking down a dark alley naked, right? Some guy's gonna walk up to you, hey, baby, give me some of that hoochie on your Snoopy or something, right? You're gonna have to go, no! Hands off! A bunch of babble. Knee to the groin. Knee to the groin. Knee to the groin. Knee to the groin. Like someone really attacks you like this. Come here. Oh yeah, just like in class. Yeah. All right. Or when they hit the padded dummy, the instructor grabs a padded. Come on, girls, right here. No! 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 Not today. No! Go for your mace. Mace! Zip. This is my brother Mark. Want some chiclets? I got some chiclets.
I went to high school in London because we moved around a lot because my father thought he was in the military. When we came back to Massachusetts, where I lived, and went to school in Massachusetts, but in the summers I worked in Toronto in a planetarium. 9 of us worked there. We had our own softball team. We would play other planetariums in the area. When no one was inside the planetarium, we would practice inside the planetarium, and I played second base, so I stood right under Saturn, the shortstop stood under Jupiter, the third baseman stood under Mars. One time we tried the same setup outside, but everybody was just way too far away from each other. I was just standing in the middle of Utah like this. In high school, I went out with 2 different girls. One was like the girl next door, if you live next door to a whorehouse. The other one was an angel on earth. She had little bumps on her back where her wings used to be. Apparently, at one point, she also had wings on the front. I went to take her out. Her father said, I want her home by 8:15. I said, the middle of August? That's cool. It was the first time I was ever in love, and I learned a lot. Before that, I never even thought about killing myself. Sometimes at night, we would go over to the planetarium and lay down on the roof and look up at the stars. It was like being in a galaxy sandwich. I'd bring my harmonica and I had a pair of glasses. I painted lines across the lenses so when I looked at the sky, the stars would become notes on the lines and I would play the sky. One time a shooting star went by, I almost broke my neck. I said, Lucinda, will you always love me? She said, I doubt it, I don't even love you now.
taking a volunteer from the crowd. Does anyone have any pregnant women? Now, who's got a flight of stairs? Something like that. Oh, come on. I'm jockeying.
I don't understand. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. And there are lines down the street. Why? You pay when you get there. There's a bunch of food. You go up, you grab the food, you sit down. You repeat the process over and over again. But yet there are horrible lines. People starving to death at the end of the line. Why? I'll tell you why. Skinny people. Skinny people prize. You look at the food. You ask questions. Oh, now look at that over there. That looks good. Oh, is that chicken or fish? It's chicken! Grab it and get out of the way! And I'm back there with an empty plate. What's going on up there? Oh, everything looks so good. Well, then why don't you pick something? Grab it and get out of my way! When you're at the buffet, don't be looking. Grab and move. That's what you do. You grab and move, grab and move, grab and move. Keep the line moving. You should see me at the buffet. I'm like a ninja. People don't even see me go up. I don't even know what I got till I get back to the table. Oh, look, they have ribs. I didn't know that.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Just because you can't hear space doesn't mean it's silent. The United States Space Force not only protects our assets in space, but also the stability of our everyday lives. See what else we protect at spaceforce.org.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror?
Someone who wants to make change in their community.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror?
Someone who's striving for more.
Who do you see when you look in the mirror?
Someone who is just getting started.
You have the power to create the change you want to see with Walden University. It's time to join more than 174,000 alumni making change happen. Walden University. Set a course for change. Visit waldenu.edu.
Although I like it there. I used to enjoy watching Wolf and Evil. I feel bad for him now. He's a little older, doesn't he? He always does these talk shows, and every time he does one, they want to show him that footage where he fell off the motorcycle and bounced around like 83 times. That's what they show him. Hey, do you remember that day, Evil? And they always ask him what he was thinking right before he hit the ground. The question is that, what were you thinking right before you hit the ground, Evil? What were you thinking? I remember thinking, hey, did I turn off the iron? Then my leg cracked in half, and I was thinking, hey, maybe I should get a puppy. What do you think I was thinking? I was thinking, ah! Ah! Something like that, if I remember right. Let me go back. Yeah, yeah. Ah! I believe those are my thoughts. Hope I crystallized them for you.
I like Mexican women. Mexican women rock. That's right. That's right. Not because I'm Latino, but if you get in a fight or something, they'll jump in and help you out, you know? You need that protection! They get right in there. Oh, my ex-girlfriend was the best, man. Oh. She'd back me up if some guy would come to the party, you know, looking to kick my ass, you know. Hey, is Pablo here? Looking for... So you know Pablo? Is Pablo here?
Yo, what's going on? He's my boyfriend. What's up?
Yeah, you better tell him, man. If I see him, I want to kick his ass. Hey, don't talk to me like you know me. You come to my party looking for Pablo, guess what? I say I'll kick your ass. I always got that friend who wants to get involved, you know. Rosa, what's going on? Is this guy over here, Bonnie? No, he's talking to me. Like he knows me. Stupid. You ever see two Mexican women fight? That is better than Caesar's Palace right there, man. He'll see another girl in the mall, that's when it gets really nasty. Like a big cat fight, you know? Hey, Cristina Lopez! She don't even know me, huh? Cristina! Remember me? You're talking a lot of crap back in 3rd grade. I remember. You weren't too? You don't even know me, huh? You don't remember? I do. Come, no, let go of me, Pablo. Come on, let's go. I don't care who's watching. Come on, You're still alive. You want some more, Pablo? Hold my baby. Come on, let's go. Carry a bit. Stupid! Kick your ass! They should put them in that video game, Mortal Kombat. Wouldn't that be cool? Sub-Zero. Chicana! Then he fight. You hit the joystick, a little can of hairspray comes out. Finish him. Come here! They're the only women who don't need mace, you know that? No.
But my favorite question, because white people always want to ask this, but they get nervous. They're like, well, how come black people can say nigger and white people can't? I don't know, just remember, that's the rule. Thank you. See, I like that joke. That's a good test joke with the crowd, you know, because when you say nigger, some crowds laugh, other crowds like, you shouldn't, you know. You guys are cool. You've been laughing at niggers a long time. You guys just, yeah, we love a funny nigger. What the hell? And that's how it is, man. You gotta laugh, man. I hate a tight-ass crowd, you know, just all politically correct. You tell a joke, they're like, you know? But they're just jokes, man. If it's funny, I'ma tell it, you know? Really. I was doing a show one time, and there was a guy in a wheelchair sitting right up front. You know, they're like, no, you wouldn't. I was like, oh, yes, I would. Right, because what the hell? He lost his legs. He didn't lose his sense of humor. I looked at him, I said, man, don't you hate when you go to the bathroom and one rail's loose? He laughed his ass off. Really, he thought he had his own personal joke, you know? I figure, what the hell, he get mad, all I need is a flight of stairs. But the race thing blowing my mind. There's a new racial trend right now. White guys acting black. Knock it off. Really, I'm serious, that is the most annoying shit in the world, man. I'm thinking, if one more white guy walks up to me, what's up? I'll whip his ass, I swear. And you know what he's actually said to me? He actually said, man, we're not acting black, it's just, you know, you guys got all the cool sayings. Man, that is bullshit, okay? White people have the cool sayings. White people hear shit like, sir, your mortgage has been approved. That's a cool thing. And I joke about it. I do. I joke about the race thing. You know why? Because the bottom line, black and white people are not a whole lot different. Now, I'll give you an example. Whenever they get into a black athlete, white people are surprised people talk. Really, they're always like, oh, he's so articulate. But whenever they interview a white athlete, We're surprised he made the team. See, I can tell that joke here. No, really, because I did that joke in Alabama once. Yeah, fortunately, I got away before they figured it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Pablo Francisco.
Thank you.
How you guys doing tonight? Good?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pablo Francisco. But I can do some Latino impressions if you guys would like to see some. I can do a few. Here, ready? Okay. Here's a Latino Pauly Shore. Here we go. Hey, buddy, chorizo con huevos. Yo soy de Chihuahua. Muy loco. Spanish, Jerry Seinfeld. There we go. Spanish Jerry Seinfeld. Oye, Jerry, Julie está loca.
Oye, Kramer, por favor, tú estás loco. ¿Quiénes son estas personas? No sé. Caramba.
Spanish Johnny Carson. There you go, Spanish Johnny Carson. Here's aquí está Juanito. Hola, buenas noches. Yo soy Johnny Carson. Mi amigo se llama Ed McMahon. Hola, Ed. ¿Cómo estás? Sí. Él era macho borracho pendejo. Estúpido.
SpringFest savings is here at Lowe's. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season, like 3 free bags of Miracle-Gro garden soil when you buy 3. Plus, save on other items like select laundry pairs. Get an additional $100 off select laundry pairs when you spend $1,296 or more. Head to your local Lowe's or visit Lowe's.com to shop SpringFest savings today. Valid through 4/12. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
Que voila, it's me, your Miami Beachside Hotel. Looking for someone in need of an impromptu tropical getaway. Come soak up the rays, bike, skate, or even surf. Then escape to one of my poolside cabanas, or relax at my indoor full-service spa. Then we'll two-step our way to my favorite thing about Miami. That's right, salsa. Oh yeah, there's a shuttle to and from the airport. Here, it's all taken care of. So book your trip on the Hotels.com app and save an average of 15% on me. You're perfect somewhere. Oh, don't forget a swimsuit.
At Carvana, we're in the business of driving you happy. And it's safe to say, getting paid on the spot can make people pretty happy. Yep, Carvana will give you a real offer on your car in minutes. Then, Carvana will pick it up and pay you on the spot. Carvana has purchased over 1 million cars from happy customers. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get a real offer on your vehicle in minutes. Carvana will drive you happy.
We used to love peanut butter. Still do. I saw something in the store the other day that I don't understand. That peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. Is there a point to that? I mean, I'm lazy, but I want to meet the guy that needs that. Some guy going, I could go for a sandwich, but not gonna open 2 jars. I can't be opening and closing all kinds of jars. Cleaning who knows how many knives. If you're that lazy, why not put croutons in there? Get the whole sandwich on a spoon, you know, just scooping it out. Oh, scrumptious. I think I'm gonna have another one. Oh, delectable, as was the first, huh? Or if you don't want to clean the spoon, you put it on a squeeze bottle. Lunch and no cleanup. Can life get better? I submit that it cannot.
People react to that sometimes like I am actually performing an abortion, like that's what they're witnessing, which is amazing to me because all we're doing is having a conversation. That's all that's happening right now. And people freak out, even though we're told our entire lives not to let words affect us. When we're kids, what do we hear? We hear sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Exactly. And I disagree a little bit. I think words can hurt you if they're intended to hurt you. If you tease a kid enough, he will snap. That's how school shootings happen, right? No one's ever shot up a school going, fucking sticks! Never happened. I've been stoned too many times! The kid was teased and he snapped, but my mother always said, Steve, don't let words affect you. And I said, okay, Mom, but why would you tell me that with words? I'm confused by your mixed messages. She said, don't you talk back to your mother. I said, don't let words affect you. It is negative intent. That's why you should not be offended by anything that I have to say tonight, because I'm not.
I'm in your class. I misunderstood the syllabus and I missed the final. He didn't even look at me. He just looked at the floor and he goes, "You get the worst grade." I didn't even know what that meant. So I tried to, clarify. I was like, "So I get a 0?" And he was like, "You get the grade that the person who did the worst on the test got on the test." And I thought, that's great news. Because that's what I would have gotten if I had taken the test. Well, it turns out the person who did the worst on the test passed the test. So I passed the test, and I passed the class. And I am proud to be an American. And so is our president. He is. He's very happy about it. He's the first president we've elected on the curve.
Someone says I look like one of those little puss kids you see on the Mentos commercials. You see those commercials suck so bad, you know? I mean, you see the candies at the 7-Eleven go, "Ew." Commercials always have a happy ending, you know? Could be a guy robbing a bank or something. Always have a happy ending. Do 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 It doesn't matter what comes, freshness better with life. With Mentos fresh is cool of life. Nothing gets to you like Mentos fresh being cool. Shoot the clerk. Eat a Mentos.
Mentos, the fresh maker. I think there's too many cameras right now. Like, you go to buy something, everything's also a camera. They'll be like, "It's also a camera." I'm like, "I just wanted a grapefruit." They're like, "It's a camera grapefruit. You take pictures of yourself eating the grapefruit, and then you eat the camera, you poop the pictures." Oh my God, that is the opposite of what I wanted. They keep combining stuff. My brother got me a cell phone Palm Pilot in one because I'm a ninja, and I dropped it on the ground and the screen broke, so now it's just a phone the size of a laptop. Technology's moving so fast, it's to the point you can make stuff up and people believe you. You can be like, "Have you seen the new Sony teleporter?" People be like, "No, but I heard about it." I end up saying that all the time. "No, but I heard about it." It means I haven't heard about it, but I like you.
I went to an herbalist. Nice lady. This herbalist lady, she said to me, "Are you a vegetarian?" Not in the strictest definition. Like, I'm trying to be a vegetarian. Like, I don't eat veal, but he grows up. I'll kill him on the front lawn. He's got to go. Actually, I don't eat veal because it gave me nightmares. I dreamt the mother cow came into the restaurant while I was eating veal parmesan. She'd walk in, "Have you seen Timmy?" "I'll help you look for him. Let me get a doggy bag." So, no veal. And I used to love lamb. Lamb chops, gyros, my favorite. Oh, lamb. My friend owns a farm. I go up to the farm. He has livestock. He gives me a baby lamb to hold. It falls asleep in my arms. I love lamb. He says to me, "It fell asleep. It trusts you. It has very poor judgment." I'm petting this lamb knowing I'm never going to have lamb again. And he said, "Would you like to see the cows now?" Hell no! I'll see them at McDonald's. So this herbalist lady, she was healthy. She really was. She was in her 50s. She looked 30. She was doing something right. So I wanted to listen and learn. But she said to me, I want you to cleanse your system. So for the first month, I want you to juice. To juice. What? Juice is not a verb. What do you want me to do? She just wanted me to have juice to eat. That's it. Just juice. She sold me a juicer. I thought it was a wood chipper. You can juice stuff I didn't know had juice in it. And I can't have just juice. I don't do well. Third day, I juiced a ham. And then, yes. She called me up. How you doing? I'm juicing. Let me get this Krispy Kreme in here. We'll be good to go. Every herbalist is obsessed with the fact that people have a blocked colon. I don't know how much science there is behind it. I walked in and she said, you have a blocked colon. Horrible visuals came to mind. How are we gonna unblock this bad boy? Here, attach this to your garden hose. Lady, I have neighbors. I'll get a letter from the homeowners association. Please do not clean your colon on front lawn. Signed, all of us. She said, no, it's very easy to cleanse your system. She said, you're juicing, right? Yeah. Take these herbs, put them in the juice 3 times a day. After a month, your colon will be clean. I don't know what was in the herbs, but I called her an hour and a half later from the bathroom. Hey, crazy lady. I'm sending back the rest of the herbs. Mission accomplished. My colon is clean. I swallowed a quarter when I was 7. $50 came out. My ass hit the jackpot. When I walk, I whistle now. Listen to this.
Hey, y'all. I'm a New Orleans hotel. I'm looking for someone in need of an unplanned weekend full of spice. There's more to me than beads and burlesque. I have an indoor gym and a pool to escape the heat. So download the Hotels.com app and save an average of 15% on me. You're perfect somewhere.
Aw, geez, Dad, not the car again.
Oh, happens all the time with old Betsy.
Have you checked out Carvana yet? They have thousands of cars for under $20,000.
But do those thousands of cars have personality like old Betsy?
Betsy's held together by tape. And there are raccoons living in the engine.
It's a family car.
There are flames on the hood?
Custom paint job.
No, Dad, the car's on fire.
How many cars did you say Carvana had?
Visit Carvana.com to shop thousands of cars for under $20,000. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
At Kroger, shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in-store. Same low prices, deals, and rewards on the same high-quality items. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorites with the Buy 5 or More, Save $1 each sale. Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Can I get a small chicken sandwich?
We just sell one size.
Sometimes one size fits all isn't right for you, like your mobile plan. Save with the right data plan so you can get what you need. Cox Mobile. We're different because you're different. Visit cox.com/mobile to learn more. Postpaid Cox Internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Johnigan.
Perfect. Let's make a CD. Do you guys want to do that? So, all right. Let's do that. Don't suck. I mean, I'm gonna hold up my end. I'm gonna need you guys to bring it also. A few months ago, I tried to get high for the first time ever with a girl who we had never done it, and we were curious. I said, let's do it. Let's get some pot. Let's do some pot. Let's get high on some pot. And she goes, we're not gonna get any if you say it like that. You a cop? You a cop? You wearing a wire? I don't know how you get drugs. I've never scored dope before. So I assume the way you get drugs is you have a friend in grade school and he eventually starts to sell people drugs. And you stay friends with him until your wife tells you that you can't. He's weird around the kids. You've noticed that, right? I don't have a friend like that. I do have a friend who has a medical marijuana card, which means he's able to legally acquire marijuana and illegally give it to me in a Chipotle parking lot. That's what we did. I was nervous about the exchange, like seriously. I was getting drugs. I didn't know. I parked in the back, and I was like, "How do you want to do this?" And he was like, "I'll just give it to you right here." Probably easiest. I didn't know if I needed to come up with a cover story or thanks for the marbles. Appreciate you picking up the marbles. And he'd be like, that's weed. That's weed in there. Did you also want marbles? I don't want to make 2 stops. They don't sell marbles at the weed store since the incident. He got us 2 Rice Krispie treats with weed in them, or weed treats with Rice Krispies on them. I'm not sure how they list the ingredients. She was like, let's only eat half of them because we've never done this before. Well, exactly. That's what we would do if we were let's eat them all and see what happens. That sounds way funner. We ate them all, and what happened was it hit her first. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's a smaller person. It got into her system, and I just watched it. Before it happened, I watched it happen. She was like the ghost of marijuana future. The first thing that happened is she smacked her lips really hard and then licked her face like Scooby-Doo or any famous dog. But she goes, I don't think it's hit me yet. I hope it has. If you just start doing that normally, I'm leaving. Then a little bit, she started laughing. I knew that was, I've seen after school specials. I know about drugs. So she started laughing. Then I started laughing. She started crying hysterically, and I could not stop laughing. I wanted to. She's crying, I'm laughing. I forgot how to breathe at one point. That's how much I put in my body. You don't even remember to breathe, but I forgot. Like at one point I had to go, breathe in. And then I only breathed in. Like that's all I did. Just convulsing on the bed. Like, oh no, this isn't good. I hated it. I'm never doing it again. I'm just saying no. I told her, I said, let's go to bed. Drugs can't get you in your sleep. Man, I totally made that up. Like, when you go to bed, they're like, let's crank it up a notch.
How's it going, San Francisco? Yeah. Oh, man. Thank you for coming. San Francisco. One city where you can ask, are we in a dog-friendly lesbian bar or a lesbian-friendly dog bar? Doesn't matter, it's San Francisco, have a good time. You got a lot of choices what to do with your free time. Thanks for coming to see Uncle Barbecue tell us dum-dum stories for a little while. Just gonna spin a couple yarns and we'll all get on to our fun, carefree lifestyles. I think a lot of comedy comes from shared experiences, things that we can relate to. Keeping that in mind, anybody else in here get so drunk last month you had to call a cab just to take you to Wendy's? Couple, all right, maybe couple, right there. Yeah, get to that special point in your mid-30s where you realize that drinking responsibly and crying for help just kind of turned into the same thing. Real successful Saturday night home alone. I want those spicy nuggets. You're too drunk to drive. We'll call a cab because you deserve them. I'm doing the right thing. How come it still feels sad? That's what I did. I called a cab, and another grown man drove to my house for money. Because that was his job. And he got to my house, and I jumped in his cab, and I said this. Don't do what I did when you get a cab. I just jumped in, and I just said, we're going on an adventure. That's just $80 on the meter right away. They don't want to be a tour guide. That's $80. That's a Peter Pan tax is what that is. That's the same amount of money if I were to just jump in and be like, take me to Neverland. $80. You smell like you're probably gonna barf in here, so we're starting at 80. Doesn't matter where you're going. And so we drove to the Wendy's, and I made him take me through the drive-thru because I did not trust him not to leave me there. It was fair. He was suspicious of me. I was suspicious of him. It was fair play. But this is where I got in trouble, see, is because he was driving a van cab, which means I had to open the whole side door to place my order. And I was like, well, there's no way in hell I'm not gonna fall on my ass doing this. So I had one hand wrapped up in the seatbelt and was just kind of hanging out the side like a helicopter machine gunner. I was just kind of hanging out. I realized, like, oh, this is how they do the high-speed ransom exchanges and the action movies I love so much. I'm gonna Bruce Willis the shit out of this. So I wasn't even at the window. I was just hanging out. I was like, you throw me the nuggets, I'll throw you the cash. And the lady working there, she threw me the little bag. She's got to cut loose. She's working late at a Wendy's. Have some fun with your life. Have some fun with it. So I got the stuff. I'm yelling at the getaway driver. At this point, it's the getaway driver. It's like, I got the package, step on it, go! But he's not in it. He's like, I cannot go with the doors open. I cannot drive with the doors open. But it's an illegal thing for me to do with the door open. I'm like, but we're doing a whole thing right now. Where's your imagination? But somebody clearly had not taken improv classes in college like some other of us have. You are not yes-anding right now. This other Frosty was gonna be for you, yeah. But you blew it, yeah. Spent $114, 2 Frosties and a dozen nuggets. Because I'm an American hero. Right now they're losing their shit because I spilled on my shirt, and there's somebody like, it's not gonna match! It's not gonna match! What do we do? It's not gonna match! Why didn't you buy 2 shirts, Kyle? Barely need this one. You got something that'll make me look like a sassy janitor? That's my fashion sense is just the wise high school janitor. Oh, I think I know a thing or two about love, young man. Come sit in the closet with me. I'll tell you all about it. Fuck it, we're going for it.
My grandfather had a special rocking chair built that would lean forward rather than backwards so he could fake interest in any conversation. When I was little on Christmas, he gave me a box of broken glass. Gave my brother a box of Band-Aids. Then he said, now you two share. One time he said, Stephen, how old are you? I said, I'm 5. He said, when I was your age, I was 6. Then he cackled madly and threw a spoon against the window. He was an odd man. He once carved a turkey out of a chicken. His will was an IOU. He told me sometimes when you lose, you really win, like if you were playing musical electric chairs. One time I told him a dream I had, and I said, what do you think that means? And he said, it means you were sleeping. I remember when he died, I was a little boy, and I went to the wake with my aunt, and I was kneeling down at the casket, and I was looking at him inside the casket, and I started thinking about my flashlight. I started thinking about the batteries inside my flashlight. Then I said to my aunt, maybe he's not dead, maybe he's just in the wrong way. So I got off the plane and I forgot to undo my seatbelt, and I'm pulling the plane through the turbine. And the wings are knocking people over. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice. Then I almost broke both my arms trying to hold open a revolving door for someone. Then I tried to hang myself with bungee cord. I kept almost dying. I have a paper cut from writing my suicide note. It's a start.
Hello there. My name is Seisha, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors. You get the crispy chicken and that sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customer paid for their testimonial.
Priceline presents Go to Your Happy Place. Hey, what's up? It's Kaylee Cuoco. It's all about getting you to your happy place for your happy price. So whether you're looking to take kids on an all-inclusive trip, climb a mountain, get lost in the wilderness, or simply just lay out by the pool and do nothing, Priceline will get you there at a price that makes you happy.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
It's time to reboot your credit card with Apple Card. You work hard for your money, so you should be able to spend it on the things you actually want. With Apple Card, you can kiss fees goodbye. There aren't and never will be any annual foreign transaction late or over-the-limit fees. Not even hidden ones. Apply now in the Wallet app on iPhone and start using it right away. Subject to credit approval. Late or missed payments will result in additional interest accumulating toward your balance. Variable APRs range from 15.49% to 26.49% based on creditworthiness. Rates as of March 1st, 2023.
Can I get a small chicken sandwich?
We just sell one size. Sometimes one size fits all isn't right for you. Like your mobile plan. Save with the right data plan so you can get what you need. Cox Mobile. We're different because you're different. Visit cox.com/mobile to learn more. Postpaid Cox internet required. Other restrictions apply.
Go to a Chinese restaurant. Chinese restaurants are the funnest places to go. Because the food's good, and not only that, they're really nice to you, they're pissed off at the hot. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in there. Every Chinese restaurant, they want to get your respect real fast, so they chew out, you walk in there, it's like, oh, welcome to Hunan. Welcome to Hunan, yeah. One moment. No, sit down, please. One moment. I kill him. Enjoy. Come on. We got the Asian channel here, don't we? We got the Asian channel. Telemundo, an Asian channel. That's great. That's a good song. I was. I'll probably start off in Las Vegas. Who's been in Las Vegas? Come on, come on. They got the cheesiest lounge acts, don't they? I heat up. I can't slow down. The situation brings me round and round. Yeah! Well, I'm hot-blooded, check it and see. Yeah! Enjoy the buffet, we'll take a fire, right? The Caesar's Palace up there. Anybody been to Caesar's? They have those big statues, they're like really huge, they're all huge and stuff, but they got little peppers like that big, yeah? And the statues look mean. I'm Hercules. I am Zeus. chin can't even land on that. You know what I'm talking about? You can't do it. They should make a black statue. That's what they should do. Come on, give the brothers a shot. What's up? People, you going to the casino? Let's go. Oh. Yeah. I go there, for some reason I get really horny. And I go, I'm horny. And sometimes they got these shows where the guys dress up in drag. You know what I'm saying? The Kai show, they look like women, but they're guys. And they still dress in drag when they leave the place. So you're trying to pick, hey, what's going on? What's up? No problem.
Hey, man, what the hell are you looking at?
Oh, no, a chick with nuts. Spock, what is it? You don't know?
Please put your hands together for Mr. Mike Birbiglia, everybody.
Oh, you didn't have to. How are you? Nice to see you. John got my last name right. It's Birbiglia. Everyone gets it wrong when telemarketers call. They'll be like, "Good afternoon, may I speak with Mr.?" Oh man, Gabigaboo. So I just have to spell it on the phone like it's B as in boy, I-R-B again, I-G-L-I-A. I wish my last name were just boy. I'd be like, it's B as in boy, and then the rest of the word boy. I'm Italian. My family's not real Italian. We're like Olive Garden Italian. Sometimes people come up to me, they'll be like, in Italy it's pronounced Birbiglia. Like, in America, you're annoying. It's a hard name to have growing up. The kids would call me names like Verbigglebug and Verbibliography and Faggot. I was an altar boy when I was a kid, and the answer is no, I wasn't. And I think it's because they knew I was a talker. And also, I was so bad at it, I think they thought, well, if it's just bad at lighting candles. Very ambitious as a child. I wanted to be a comedian or a rapper or the owner of a pizza restaurant or third grader. Hang out. Those are my goals, and it surprises people that I want to be a comedian because I'm just very awkward in my life. I have a habit of making awkward situations even more awkward. Like I was moving a new bed into my apartment recently, and this woman who lived in the building opened the front door for me with her key, and she goes, "I'm not worried because a rapist wouldn't have a bed like that." Now, what I should have said was nothing. What I did say was you'd be surprised. And there's nothing you can say after that. You're just like, whatever. See her on the building, you know, that kind of thing. It's hard not to end up in awkward conversations because every topic is off limits. Like, you can't talk about movies anymore. Like, I was talking to this girl, and I was like, I hated that movie. And then she was like, that movie was the reason I stopped cutting myself. And then I had to pull it back. I'm like, it was pretty good. I liked the ending when she didn't cut herself. I thought that was redemptive.
I saw something very interesting today. I'm not making this up. I saw a van for some company. I don't even know what the business was. It had two things printed on the side: "We speak English" and "We delivery." Why is that right? Can you imagine being bilingual? Would that be, or even knowing anybody that was? I'm not even unilingual. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't give myself enough credit. I know enough English to, like, you know, get by, you know? No, like I can order in restaurants and stuff, you know. I want ham. 1 ham, please, to eating the ham. Bring ham to eating the ham, please. I can do that, you know, just not fluent, I guess, you know. I got a buddy who thinks he speaks Italian. It's very strange, very strange. He's Italian-American, never been to Italy, never. All my friend can say in Italian are pasta dish names. He doesn't even know any verbs, but he still tries to pull it off. Oh, my mom, she makes a great manicotti. Sorry, what? My mom, she makes manicotti. She makes it al dente with ricotta cheese. Are you okay? 'Cause you sound like you're really weird. I have an Irish heritage. I don't do that. Oh, my mom, she makes a great corned beef and cabbage. It's magically delicious. Then I river dance my way home, you know. I hate when I get off an elevator on the wrong floor. You ever do that? Then you gotta hop back on and face those people. I feel like I owe everybody in there an explanation. Like they're all going, hey, here's the big idiot getting back on. Doesn't know where the hell he is in life. And you step off for a second, then you hop back on. Oh. Thought that was the second floor. Looks just like the second floor. The same wallpaper and plant and everything. Everything's the same, except for that big number 5. You look at it quick, it's like a 2, and I was looking at it quick, you know? Looking at it too quick, probably. What's that weird face people make to each other when they're waiting for an elevator, and then other people walk up? Everybody looks at each other and does this with the face, just throwing the eyebrows up there. There you go. It's like, I see ya, but I ain't got nothing to say to you. That's about all the greeting I can muster for you right now. Hey, welcome to the area. Hey, thanks for having me, man. Thanks for doing that with your eyebrows. I've never felt so welcome. It's weird what people can do with their face. Have you ever been talking to somebody who's smoking? They don't want to blow the smoke at you. But you're talking with them, so they don't want to be rude and look away, so they pull like that weird rubber face move, you know? They suck it in. I'm listening. And then the lips start moving over, you know? What are you, Popeye? What the hell was that? Smoke just came out of the back of your head. You're a volcano!
Priceline presents Go to Your Happy Price.
So much work to get done, but a trip would be nice. Find a travel deal and don't think twice. Price will keep you from paradise. Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Grab a deal now at Priceline.com.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number?
Not me.
Nope. Oh no. He's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com/Spotify. Identity theft protection starts here.
So when I was a kid, it was this bear that would walk in the front door of my house. And as an adult, it was this jackal that would hover above my bed. Well, the sleepwalking got worse. Abby and I graduated from school and we moved to Brooklyn. We had a very small apartment, but it was comfy, you know. We had a big puffy couch and 2 cats, and we made our first major purchase. We bought a TiVo. And one night I had a dream that I was in the Olympics for some kind of arbitrary event, like dustbustering. And they told me that I got 3rd place. And I stood up on the 3rd place podium, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm new to the sport, you know. Even in my dreams, I don't win, per se. In my wildest dreams, I place. And they say, actually, we reconsidered and we decided that you got 2nd place. And I move over to the 2nd place podium and it starts wobbling. And it's wobbling and wobbling. And I wake up and I'm falling off the top of our 5-foot bookcase in our living room. And I land on the floor hard on top of our TiVo. I know. And it breaks into pieces, and it was like one of these stories you hear where people black out drinking and they wake up in Idaho, they don't know where they are, they're just like, oh no! Hardee's, you know, or whatever's there. But it was in my own living room, I was just like, oh no! TiVo pieces. And I get up and I go back to bed, and Abby wakes me up in the morning and she says, Michael, what happened to the TiVo? And I say, I got 2nd place. And I'm really sorry.
I came here this week to record my new album. I figure there's 7 shows this week. At some point, I'll be recording my new album. I'm looking around tonight. It's not gonna be this one. What do I start with? What am I gonna start with? Oh, right. Here's the funny thing about abortion. I'm talking about abortion for a specific reason. And first of all, don't freak out if I talk about abortion. Don't you dare. Abortion happens all the time. It's part of our popular culture. The Plan B pill is available over the counter. You can buy the Plan B pill the night before, which kind of makes it the Plan A pill. But I'm going to talk about abortion because Tim Tebow talked about abortion. The quarterback for the University of Florida had a Super Bowl commercial about abortion. And before the ad ran, there was a very big controversy. A lot of people were saying, what's Tim Tebow going to say about abortion? I had a slightly different reaction. I said, who the fuck cares what Tim Tebow has to say about abortion? He's the quarterback for the University of Florida. Really, is that who a young lady consults before an abortion? Is that part of the decision-making process? Should I keep my baby? What would a quarterback do in this situation? Possibly get a girl pregnant and make her get an abortion is what a quarterback could do, but the ad, like, why was he even in that commercial? I don't understand. Why was the cast of Jersey Shore busy? Like, I don't understand why he was in that ad. And the premise of the ad, it said that if Tim Tebow had been aborted, he never would have won the Heisman Trophy. In fairness, that part's great logic. You can't argue with the logic behind that. It at least would have been difficult. I don't want to say impossible. Weird things happen in sports all the time. Maybe one day an aborted fetus will grow up to win the Heisman. Wouldn't that be an exciting day in the world of sports? That would be the ultimate underdog story, wouldn't it? We would all root for the fetus. It wouldn't matter what team he played for. Michigan would root for Ohio State. Go fetus! It'd be exciting. Yeah, it said that because he won the Heisman, it was a good decision that Tim Tebow was not aborted. Not because he grew up to be a good person. Not important. Not because he grew up to have a loving family. Didn't matter. Because he grew up to win the Heisman Trophy. That made it a good decision he wasn't aborted. And here's my issue with that. You know who else won the Heisman? O.J. Simpson. So maybe we should wait like 30 years and then make the judgment call, because he aborted 2 other people, and you can't... You're not all with me. That's okay. You're not all going to be with me. You ever have a professor at the beginning of a semester will sit you down all serious, be like, look to the left of you. Now look to the right of you. One of the 3 of you will not be here when this is over. My act can be like that, but... I always wondered at the really dumb schools about, like, look to the left of you. Now look to the right of you. That makes 3 people. Leave it at that. 2 types of people in this room. People who were laughing and people who were trying to figure out who the 3rd person is. Just all pissed off there's math at the show.
I don't know, it was really fun to watch. You ever watch the Telemundo soap operas? You ever seen those? Those are Telemundo Internacional. You read clicking? I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, Telemundo, you see those highlights of Menudo. Right, they got tight butts. I mean, my parents watch Telemundo all the time, but I mean, I can't even understand them. I mean, they talk so fast, you know. Dita manito de seda manito da quota nanita de seda manito da quota nanita. Dita manito de seda manito da quota nanita de seda manito da quota nanita de seda manito. Oye, teléfono.
Hola, Cristina.
Sí. Oh, cochino puto. Seda manito da quota nanita da. Telemundo. I think I do every Telemundo soap opera. You guys seen the soap operas? Those are, because the women are very beautiful and they never cry. It's always the men who cry. They got that Telemundo. Maria. Maria.
Oh, ay, ay, ay. Oh, ay, ay, ay.
Maria. Maria. Maria.
Fernando, mi amigo. It's the coochie coochie. Juanito, cállate. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, María?
Juanito. Ay, ay, ay. Fernando. Muy grande. ¿Y tú, Chaquito?
I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Like, I guess it's because kids come to shows sometimes. Yeah, I was doing this rock club once, a rock club. And I show up and there are these parents, this little 6-year-old girl, and I walk over. I feel it's my I'm not going to change my show, but it's my responsibility to warn them what they're about to do to their kid. And I walk over and I was like, hey, and before I could say anything, the little girl looks up at me and goes, are you going to be telling silly stories? Yeah, because in my head I'm like, yes, but about my dick, you know, and you don't need to grow up that fast, honey, so let's maybe stay home, watch some more Dora. Like, this entertainment is not for you quite yet. Give it a year. That's new. It's gonna go on the CD. All right, good. I don't understand it. Like, you can curse on TV in Canada. You're allowed to do it there. Because it's not like they do it at the wrong time, you know? It's not like it's on the news. Like, how's the weather? Fucking cold! Back to you, you know? They don't... They'd be right, because it's Canada. I was in Winnipeg in January for 2 weeks, because my agent, you know, is a dick. And it was 60 degrees below zero. Yeah. I know, right? That means if it warmed up by 92 degrees, it'd be freezing. That's a real place that people live on purpose. Like, I don't understand that. We've never had that happen here. That hasn't happened in the continental U.S., not even once. For them, just a Tuesday. They didn't even bat an eye, because it was frozen open the whole time. But, like, it was 57 below is our record. That's our record. 60. It was 60 there. They didn't care. Our entire record, I looked it up, is 57 below. Yeah, and that was in North Dakota, so nobody knew that it happened. Like, who was there? It's like a thermometer in a field and the cow next to it going, ah! Like, that's all it was. Because cows start talking when it gets that cold. And you go in the house because it's creepy to see a cow talk. 60 below, man. That is religious weather. Because you walk outside, you say, oh my God, and then you die and you meet him. Unless you're an atheist. Then you're just cold. But even in that weather, it was still, people were still shivering, smoking a cigarette. Isn't that amazing to me? Still, that's fantastic that the cigarette wasn't even the health risk in that equation. That they'd be healthier to stay inside and snort cocaine. That would have been a healthier idea. Because that's an indoor drug. You don't take cocaine outdoors, it'll blow everywhere.
Hey, sweetie, what do you think of our new car from Carvana?
Think it can handle our busy family?
Well, we have 7 days to see. First, we can take the scenic route to the beach and stargaze through the moonroof. We'll see if your drums fit in the trunk. Then we can pick up Mommy's friends and check out that legroom. And we should really visit Grandma. She's getting up there.
That's like a whole lifetime in 7 days.
And like one busy family.
With our 7-day money-back guarantee, you can confidently shop for cars 100% online. Visit Carvana.com for all terms and conditions. We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Hey, Spotifyers. Click or tap the banner to listen to Rap Caviar. New music from Don Toliver, Quavo, Yeet, and Lil Wayne. Brought to you by Arby's new King's Hawaiian Sweet Heat.
It's time to reboot your credit card with Apple Card.
You work hard for your money, so you should be able to spend it on the things you actually want. With Apple Card, you can kiss fees goodbye. There aren't and never will be any annual foreign transaction late or over the limit fees. Not even hidden ones. Apply now in the Wallet app on iPhone and start using it right away. Subject to credit approval. Late or missed payments will result in additional interest accumulating toward your balance. Variable APRs range from 15.49% to 26.49% based on creditworthiness. Rates as of March 1st, 2023.
If Mother Nature designed a hearing aid, what would it have? More natural sound, incredible comfort, and assisted hearing on the go. Introducing the virtually invisible Eargo 7. Better hearing made more natural. That's the Eargo difference.
Shopping for women is the toughest experience a man will ever have because we do not understand your stuff, okay? We don't understand your clothes because, first of all, women don't buy clothes. Too easy to buy clothes. No, women have to buy outfits. For every occasion, a woman has an outfit, okay? And there's some kind of secret competition going on that if two women show up at the same time, in the same place, in the same outfit, there's gonna be trouble. See, that doesn't apply to men. If we show up dressed the same, we figure we got it right. So we try to buy you clothes, ladies, but you have this size thing going on, all right? And the size is just a number. We don't understand the number. We don't know how the number works. Men's clothes, simple. Measure your waist, that's your size. With women, you get some arbitrary number. The only thing we know about the number is we better not get the number too big. You're gonna be hell to pay if that number is too big. And there's no logic to the number. You could have a woman who's 5'5" and wears a size 10, stand right next to a woman who's 5'10" and wears a size 5. And you expect us to figure that out? No, we don't know. That's why every woman's store in the world has the chair. Oh, that's right. We all know about the chair, don't we, fellas? Huh, you guys sitting over here looking hard, you know about the chair. Every man has done time in the chair. And the sad thing is, we're grown men, we're afraid to move. Right? Once you sit down, you can't get out of the chair. Because there's always some guy that comes along like, hey man, you know the game's on in the TV section. Yeah, I know, but I can't leave the chair. Oh, she sat me down. She went in that little room over there, okay? I don't know what they do in there, but when she comes out, my ass better be in this chair. Last time I got out the chair, it cost me $500. I ain't leaving the chair. And there's only one thing worse than sitting in the chair, and that's holding the purse. Oh, ladies, we hate holding the purse, all right? You have no idea how much we can't stand holding the purse. And it's not that we don't want to be helpful, it's just that there is no cool way to hold the purse. Right? You always got to hold the purse way out here like, look, this is not my purse. Nope, this don't match nothing I have on. I'm just sitting here doing as I'm told, trying to earn enough points to get an electric screwdriver. Now listen, gentlemen, I'm gonna give you a tip that I promise you will use, because I have figured out how to beat holding the purse. That's right, some of you might want to get a pen. You'll be in the store, sitting in the chair, because I ain't figured that out yet. And she'll load up with stuff and her friends will load up because they shop in packs. Okay, and the moment, I mean the second she hands you that purse, just open it up, start looking through it. You will never touch the purse again. Now, you might lose a hand or some shit like that, but the purse will be off limits. Listen, I'm Alonzo, I gotta go. Thanks a lot for coming. Thank you for laughing. Thank you very much.
wild. My wife was in surgery for 10 hours, and before the surgery, the surgeon told me, he goes, halfway through, I'll probably stop and get lunch. I don't need to know that. Why even tell me that? Was he afraid I was gonna run into him in the cafeteria? What are you doing here? I get these cravings. Those Snickers commercials are true. But he was a great brain surgeon. We learn later on that he's like the best. I don't know how they determine the best brain surgeon. You know, maybe there's a competition. America's Got Tumors. Heidi Klum thought he was the best. The best brain surgeon. Isn't it enough that someone's a brain surgeon? None of us could even get in med school. A brain surgeon goes to medical school, afterwards specializes in neurology, after that specializes in surgery of the brain, and we're like, yeah, but are they any good? Yeah, they're a brain surgeon. You know what they do with the bad brain surgeons? They don't let them become brain surgeons. Can you imagine the pressure on a brain surgeon? At no point during their workday can they say, hey, it ain't brain surgery. Because it's always brain surgery. Every day. What'd you do at work, honey? Brain surgery! That's fun. You want some fruit? Never! My wife had she had an amazing team of doctors. She had the brain surgeon. She also had an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Ear, nose, and throat, that kind of sounds like they didn't make the cut for brain surgeon. I want to be a brain surgeon. You know what? Let's stick with the ears, nose, and throat. You'd be better with the things surrounding the brain. Can I have the eyes? You know what? Let's stick with the ears, nose, and throat. We promised the eyes to the nerd at Lens Crafters. Why pick on optometrists? Those ear, nose, and throat doctors, they must look at dentists and think, just teeth? That's it? What about the tongue? Not the tongue, just the teeth. You just work on teeth, surgery on teeth? Oh, I don't do the surgery, that's the orthodontist. I mostly scrape stuff off of teeth while I listen to 80s music. I love Debbie Gibson. When you think about it, dentists, they don't do the surgery. They don't even clean the teeth. They're like, you guys do everything, and then I'll come in and jab them with a sharp object.
Virginia's weather, Virginia's soil, and Virginia's turf better. Especially not those big national chains. So, if your lawn happens to be located in, well, you know, visit virginiagreen.com for your free estimate today.
Hey Norfolk, it's Breeze Airways, the seriously nice airline that wants to fly you to your next vacation. Want to enjoy the cool ocean breeze and some warmer weather? Fly nonstop from Norfolk International Airport to Los Angeles faster and easier than ever before with Breeze's new nonstop route to LAX. Breeze also never charges change or cancellation fees, so you can book with complete peace of mind to any of our 12 routes from Norfolk. Go to flybreeze.com or download the Breeze app to book your trip today. Breeze Airways, seriously nice.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you a story tonight, and it's a crazy story. You know, it's just one of those very rare moments in your life where, in retrospect, you're like, what the hell? And at the time, you're like, I guess I'll continue living. I don't know. It's like if you went to the dentist and he asked you to take your pants off, and you're just like, I don't know, you know, I'm gonna make a note of this. This seems strange. I was always discouraged from telling personal stories growing up. I always heard the phrase, don't tell anyone. But not about creepy things. I don't want to lead you down the wrong path. My dad wasn't the dentist or whatever. It would be sort of about insignificant things, like I wouldn't make the soccer team. My father would be like, don't tell anyone. I was like, they're gonna know. When they show up to the games and I'm not on the team and I'm crying. One time I confronted my dad about this, which is tough with my dad because he's a very serious guy. He's a doctor, he's a neurologist actually. And he always sits in this one armchair in our house and reads these thick books. My dad goes through war novels like I go through boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Quickly and aggressively, passionately, and he's just the kind of guy who knows stuff, which is intimidating for someone like me who knows nothing. Because my fear when speaking with someone who knows stuff is that it'll reveal and accentuate that I know nothing. And obviously, I don't know nothing. You know, no one knows nothing. It's just the levels of things we know are very different. You know, my dad knows about the hemispheres of the brain. And I know that if I spill Diet Coke on my laptop, it probably won't start again, you know? And that's why my dad was so disappointed that I became a comedian. You know, he worked his whole life to send me to college so I would learn stuff. And I didn't. And I got a job making fun of him in front of strangers. So that whole plan kind of backfired. But one time I built up the courage to ask him, I say, hey, how come you play everything so close to the vest? And my father says, the more people know about you, the more they can use it against you. Which really sent shivers down my spine. It has that kind of open-ended fear to it. You know that feeling you have when you're driving and you see a cop and you're not speeding, you don't have drugs, but you're just like, I hope he doesn't notice I'm driving. 10 and 2, sitting upright, you know. Well, as guarded as my father, as my mother is open, I mean, she'll say anything to anyone in any context. I was visiting them recently, and I met her at the bank, and she'd been talking to the bank teller for 15 minutes about really personal stuff, and I walked in right at the end, and all I heard her say was, and here he is now! And I was like, oh, no. This is a disaster. She's a talker, and I love talking to my mom. You know, we'll talk on the phone for 15 minutes or 2 hours, but at the end of it, no matter what, she'll always say one more thing. But it's rarely anything that deserves to be one more thing. It's always like, one more thing. Ellen from my swim class bought a rice cooker.